However, the last line is, cheers, also, Saveun should check out Zelda. Hell yeah, boy! Hey, welcome to episode 98 of Front Seat Gamer. I'm your host, Nick. I'm here with Saveun.
Hey, Nick.
And Blake.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
It's going well.
Pretty good.
Great.
How you doing, Nick?
I'm
Nobody
doing all
ever
right.
asks you how you're doing.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that? You guys are jerks.
Yeah, how you doing, Nick?
Terrible.
Is everything okay?
No.
What's wrong? You want to talk about it?
I'd rather be in bed.
All right,
So,
great
we're wrapping up the
podcast.
podcast. We're back next week. With the... things are right. Yeah. Just grinding through life.
Jesus.
just
Oh, man.
drudging through that old existence of
That
ours.
drudgery to that sweet embrace of death.
Yeah.
Wait, when you said you'd rather be in bed, you mean your deathbed, right?
That's what I call a coffin because it's padded.
Nice. All right.
What, you guys been playing stuff?
Yep.
Good.
Have you been playing stuff?
I've
I'm throwing these questions back at you. Everything you
noticed
ask,
that.
I'm throwing it back.
Do you want some money?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Too
How
bad.
much you're willing to give me?
None.
Why is that?
Huh? Why do that?
Yeah.
It was entertaining for me.
Yep.
I haven't really played. Oh, actually, Carrie and I played. My wife and I played a game several weeks ago that I don't think I ever talked about on the podcast called Pikuniku.
Pikuniku.
Yeah, you didn't. You definitely didn't talk
Didn't
about
talk about
Pikuniku.
It was it's a 2D side-scrolling platformer with like weird physics, and it's like made by an indie collective.
Oh, whoa.
And
What does that even mean?
You know, if I knew, I would tell you. I think basically there's like one driving creative force behind it.
Yeah.
Like some dude. I think the guy who programmed it also wrote it, and then I think he just pulled in some artists.
Oh.
And,
Hey,
and
that's-
on audio people and.
Is that like what you did, Saveun?
No, man, I'm not a programmer. I'm the artist.
No,
in
but
this
like
situation.
you were the creative mind behind.
Wait, did you do Pikuniku?
Yeah,
Saveun.
I'm the founder of Indie Collaborative. That was good.
Not what I
Collector.
said, but hey, congrats. That's
but
really
you-
impressive.
But you like were the creative force behind that mobile game, Turret Town,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you pulled in like other people.
Yeah.
Well, the difference I think is Saveun paid them.
oh,
I
jeez.
don't know if
you're
these
saying
people were.
these people didn't get paid.
Well, they might have been paid, but it may have been like
it was an experience. It was an industry
I really
experience.
don't know. I'm not. I won't deign to guess what happened in the production. I just remember seeing that, like in the credits, it said something about a collective,
Okay.
and it was like a weird collection of names.
Weird collection.
Yeah, well, you see, like if you go on like Twitter and stuff, you have these indie game developers who
Yep.
they make these little demos just by themselves, and then
Mm.
they'll like they'll tweet at other indie devs, and they'll work on little things together, or they'll send
Yeah.
each other stuff and tweak stuff. And so there's like lots of collaboration going on between the indie devs in some communities, at least.
Yeah, there is like a huge indie community that I always think is kind of interesting.
yeah,
That's just all online, all on Twitter, and they're all sharing
yeah. So I
random
suspect
little things.
something sort of like that,
Mm.
but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, did you make Pikuniku? Why don't you email frenzyquestions@gmail.com, and I'll be amazed that you're one of our like 7 listeners. But that game was pretty cool. It wasn't like mind blowing, but it was kind of quirky and funny, and the physics made for some interesting gameplay.
What did you actually do?
You run around.
Okay.
Is it on the Switch?
It is on the Switch.
Okay.
You collect some stuff, you move some stuff. I think the moves you have are jump and kick, and
Cool.
and move.
Yep.
You can just move around. And there's lots of like interesting. There's NPCs and you can interact with them and like kick them and it's
And
pretty,
you can jump and kick.
you can jump on them.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Yep.
Quirky, cute little game.
Did you ever see a game called Dive Kick?
I was
Yes.
thinking of Dive Kick
Yeah.
when you were explaining the mechanics.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of game. Very different.
Okay.
Actually it had a co-op mode, which is the reason we bought it in the first place, because I wanted a co-op game to play with my wife. And the co-op mode is pretty basic. Like, it's not the single player campaign has a lot more depth to it and goes on longer. The co-op mode is like individual levels, but they do some kind of cool stuff. At some point, there's like a level where you just race each other in cars, and there's a level where you're both tethered together.
Okay.
And because it's a 2D platformer with like obstacles, that actually kind of makes things interesting.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So pretty neat.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this prison escape game? I think it's called A Way Out. Is it A Way Out?
Oh, is that the co-op one?
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
Because I think if you want a good co-op game, I've heard great
It's on
things about
PS4.
that. I don't know.
I don't think it's on Switch.
Oh yeah, it might be on PC though.
Maybe.
Have you only got a Switch?
And PC.
And PC? Okay.
I've been thinking about getting another thing, but right now,
PS4's pretty good.
yeah.
I got a bunch of games you could borrow.
It's true. That's the one I would get, I think, if I wanted to get another console. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying having a Switch and PC and a phone.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, when you were describing this game, I just automatically assume it's a phone game.
Because that's all I play?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys been playing anything?
I finished God of War.
How was it?
Dude, it was really great. The story is fantastic. I'm so glad I turned it down to easy so I could actually enjoy the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you bump it up at all later?
I thought about it, but I was like, nah, never mind. Like,
Did you die at all?
actually, yeah, there were some side bosses. There were these Valkyries that you find, and even playing it on the easiest, like, they're really, really tough. Like, there's a bunch of them that you fight.
They're like optional bosses?
Yeah, they're optional bosses, and they're sort of like a main sort of side quest.
Okay.
That even is mentioned at the end. Like, the boy is like, oh, we've still got those Valkyries that we could go like save, you know. But yeah, that's a seriously hard fight, even on easy. Like, there was one where I tried it probably like 3 times and just died. And if I was playing it on hard, they would have just one-shot me like instantly. Like, there's no way I could have done that on hard because I couldn't do it on easy either. Yeah.
Wow. Saveun, what are you playing?
Oh, I was. Yeah, we just gonna jump around. We don't
Yeah,
want to talk about
we'll talk about God of War in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll do a deep dive.
I've been. Man, I'm really into Ashen right now. I'm in the last section.
Oh,
Like,
shit. You
that-
probably
that-
passed me then.
Oh, was that true?
Yeah, yeah. You must have.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I spent all week playing through Ashen. I'm loving it. There was this one dungeon in the side of a mountain, you may know, and you just kind of go through, and all the enemies and the locations it's really easy. And then you get to this point where you're looking over this bridge, and there are these 4 platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Holy crap! I was describing this to a workmate, and the 4 platforms have bosses on it. Not bosses, just tough dudes on it.
Okay.
They're tall ass dudes. And anyway, you approach this bridge, and the first time I encountered this, I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to kill these guys. Turn left, just walked onto the platform. These crawly guys climbed up over the
I
side.
do know this area.
Yeah, dude. And I just got wrecked. Like 5 things just,
Wow.
just ran over the top of me and just started swinging at me.
So things that you couldn't see.
Die
initially.
straight. Yeah. And it.
Okay.
And I was like, what the hell? Like, how am I even meant to beat this? Because the entire dungeon is easy. Like, you'll just fly through it, and then you get up to this one section, and it's like the difficulty just like ramps
Spikes up.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
No.
Interesting.
And I went away, so I put my controller down, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make dinner. But I was just thinking about the whole thing. Go to work on Monday and talk to Dane about it, and he's like, oh, dude, I legged it. And I was like, what? Like, you can do that?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I just gapped.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay.
For non-Kiwis, legging and gapping is running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just get the hell out of there.
Yep. He hooned it.
Yeah.
Very helpful, Blake. Thank you.
He fanged it.
Yeah.
So he did that. But the thing, I went home Monday, and I ended up killing them all.
Yeah.
So you can
Oh shit!
you can take them
I
out.
think I just ran past them as well because I started fighting
I
them.
didn't know that
and
was an
like,
option.
I'm just gonna run.
I didn't know that was an option
Yeah.
until Dane told me, and then now it's like a common thing. Like if they're not attacking you, then you don't need to engage it.
Because I did the exact same thing you did. I was like, I guess I have to fight these guys one at a time on these platforms.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happened to me. And then I was like, what if I just like go for it? And
What
I
if you
saw
just
that they
ignore
weren't.
them?
They weren't like. What
Yeah,
if I just
chasing
run
you?
for it? And they weren't chasing me. So I was
Nice.
like, I'm just gonna keep running. All right.
I ended up doing a thing where, I'm all about kiting right now. So
Yep.
I will just do that and kite them away, deal with them one at a time. I'll try to do a thing where my companion's on the other side of the enemy, and we're just like,
Oh, nice.
we're just volleyballing these people.
What weapon are you going with?
It's like this. It's like an axe with the green decals on the handle.
Okay. I don't know if
A one-handed axe.
Now let me ask you:
Mm-hmm.
you killed all 4 of these big bad dudes on platforms?
Yeah,
you
and all
get anything
the
for
other just random trinkets. I don't know,
just resources.
weird power-ups.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
nothing. It's not a boss fight or anything.
Right,
You're actually on the way to a boss fight.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just tough dudes, and
Yeah.
you find these guys later, right? Just out in the world,
Mm.
in like I think the next area, just
Yep.
has them
Okay.
hanging out.
They're scary, man. They'll leap at you.
Yeah.
They'll do an AOE. But the mission is like confront or find someone in the throne room, in a throne room, and I thought that was the throne room, and so I thought
Right. Yeah.
the people that I needed to confront were right at the end,
Yep.
and that these were like guards,
Yep.
and so I thought I better take them all down and then deal with them just one on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't the case, but it was good. Like that was such a spike in difficulty where when I completed it, it felt great, and then you kind of like get out of that, and everything's like way easier again. Yeah.
What do you think about that sort of like bumpy difficulty curve?
I like it because I actually think like that's one of my experiences, like to go into that and overcome it. That satisfaction that I got from it, like just getting better at those mechanics.
Sure.
It feels good. It definitely, like coming from failing to that first boss and then to see on that platform with like 3 of them like just come over the edge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm big into this game.
Cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear this.
Yep. I've already lined up Sekiro for the game I
yes.
want to play. We'll start playing after I finish Ashen.
Yep.
This is
Oh man.
basically Dark Souls and Bloodborne
Yeah. It looks cool.
3.
Yeah.
It sounds really punishing, like even more so than a Dark Souls game. And it actually sounds like they sort of went away from that Dark Souls mode a little bit just after talking to Dane about it.
What do you mean?
It seems very specific where like the combat is very important and you need to learn a specific way of dealing with these enemies. Stances apparently matter.
Okay.
In Ashen, you'll go through and you can actually level up items just by grinding.
Yeah.
In this, you'll just encounter enemies that are very difficult,
Mhm.
and you have to kind of just
Just deal with
observe
that.
how they fight you in order to overcome them. So it's not a thing where you can just grind out and get better things. You
Sure.
actually have to like defend yourself and parry properly in order to defeat them.
Still very Dark Souls.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
isn't that true? Basically, I mean, Dark Souls has levels and stats and whatnot,
Yeah.
but it's for most part, it's all animation watching and timing, right?
Yeah, when Dane was telling me about it, he was saying like the items aren't a thing. Like you don't have items that
okay.
you then level up, get higher levels, and then
Right,
just face
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Like, that do more damage. You just have the sword.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's just your own skill that
Yeah.
gets better. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that is like a Dark Souls thing, but yeah, Dark Souls did have items that you could then level up, and you can. Like I had a mate that would just grind one area, and he ended up being like ultra powerful and just sort of walk through the thing,
Yeah.
walk through the whole game, which I don't think is the way to play that game.
No, I did that in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
about almost 2 decades ago.
Yeah, I think I did that in one of the Final Fantasies, probably 10 or something.
Yeah, I tried to do that in in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah.
Where the monsters level up with you.
Oh yeah.
So I had
Pretty funny.
some characters that hit like max level. I
Whoa.
still couldn't beat the game.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
Dude, where are you in Ashen?
I'm at. So there's a part where you know how,
You going through the canyons?
you go. Oh yeah, I went through the canyons, and basically just the area after the canyons where it opens out into the sort of sunnier area, and you see the palace in the distance.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's like the thing where there's like these big, slow herbivore things.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you trying to kill those things?
I killed a few.
Jeez, I've only killed one.
They're
Okay.
herbivores. Why are you?
They don't attack you though.
They're so slow,
They
man.
only attack you if you attack them,
So you want to kill them because
just for fun.
Because they give you so much, so many souls.
Yeah.
that's referred to, I believe, as poaching.
Yep. I poached them.
Yeah.
But then there's a point in there that I was getting frustrated with where you walk into there's like a ruined sort of like I guess it's like a fort or something.
Yeah.
You walk in there and there's just like 10 guys throwing spears at you.
Yep.
Oh man, that's so
Cool. I'm
having so
right
much-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
right there.
Man, yeah. That I think I might just like run past it because I have killed them and sort of like run around there and tried to gather like all the like resources I could find,
Mhm.
but like I never felt like I'd conquered that area.
Right.
You know, like
That's pretty funny. I have a plan of attack, and I'll be doing that when I get home.
Yeah.
after
What's your
the
plan?
podcast. I won't say it because Blake's going through it right now, but it's sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had spears too, and I was trying to snipe them out with spears, but like you get in range of them, and then all of them are in range of you. And
Yeah.
It's just I think I might just run for it.
Yeah. I don't know how. Let me know if that works for you.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Because
is
you
kind
can
of a-
because they're all sort of up above this like
yeah, I know.
gateway, and if you run underneath the gateway, you're safe from the spear guys. But then there's like 3 other just regular people there, so you got to
Right.
fight them in the shadow basically, and not like roll too far out, or the spear guys will get you.
Can you kite him out
Well, if we kite them out, then the spear guys will get you.
to the front of the fort? Because it really is like
yeah,
a.
yeah. I could
It
try
really
that.
is like you're looking into a castle, and
Mm.
there's like this foyer area, and everyone's just looking and waiting for you.
Mm.
like they're
Like
they're
you-
like
standing
10
on
of
the
them.
ramparts.
Yeah, you
or
walk
whatever.
in and you see all these guys, up on like
Mm.
ramparts,
Yeah.
and there's people below, and there's like barriers and stuff like
Yeah.
they're waiting for you. Like this
This is
a-
kind of a common trope in these like I don't know what you call it, Dark Soulsy
yeah
style
yeah.
games, where
Yeah.
there's you hit an area where there's a bunch of dudes who suddenly start shooting at you, and all you can do
Yeah.
is run past them.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, you can kill them. Like I did kill them, but like I ended up getting killed.
Did you feel like you lost more than you gained?
Well, sort of, but I just felt like I hadn't like when you go through an area and you're like I've conquered this area.
Yeah.
This is like I've got this.
I've
move
wiped
on.
out all these pockets of enemies, and I
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
freely run through.
Yeah, I hadn't felt like that with that place yet.
Yeah.
And getting in there is such a major thing. Like I think the thing is that I don't like. I feel like I'm failing when I'm sipping the health
Yeah.
thing too much.
Yep.
So if I go in there and I've used up like almost all my health stuff, and I might have killed all the enemies, I feel like I've like lost.
Yeah, because you're out of health. You can't progress.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good part. I'm glad to hear that you're still playing it.
Yeah.
because I assume that.
Well, I
you've
haven't
finished it.
actually played it for like a couple of weeks. Like I got
Oh,
to that
wow.
point and was like, all right, I'll take a break.
What are you using? Because
I'm switching it. I've got like a big 2-handed club that I'm using for some enemies.
a wooden one.
I think it's metal if I
Okay.
remember right. Yeah.
Cool.
And then I think I'm using a mace. I think as a one-handed with a shield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm doing a lot of stun damage.
Yeah.
is what I'm doing. Like all my power ups are like just into stun.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of like a little bit disappointed with some of the weapons because I felt like I stayed with the same like starting club for ages.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't find anything that was better.
Right. Okay.
And there were things like swords were faster attack, but they were less damage.
Yeah.
It didn't like it was significantly less damage, and it didn't. And I'd use up so much stamina.
Yeah.
Doing
Well, the
same
mobility didn't seem to help at all.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking for a lot of bonus damage right now,
yeah.
on top of just the regular stats.
Ah, yeah.
But dude,
So how do items work in that game? Is it, I mean, in Dark Souls, there are like specific items in specific locations, right? It's not random stats.
Yeah, it's not random stats, but there's like, I mean, the loot is pretty random. Like, like you can kill a bunch of enemies, and then suddenly a resource will drop that didn't drop from those same enemies before.
But what kind of what's the resource?
It'll just be stuff that is like used to create man, I can't remember. Like what were the health things?
They're like
used?
consumables.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
So,
or
but
things
gear
that you
is gear is sort of predetermined.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah,
And you
I
sort
think
of have
so,
to
yeah.
go out of your way in order to find them.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the stuff you find you turn into consumables once you unlock like crafting.
Potions and things like that.
Yeah, potions and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's good,
Cool.
man. Dude, I highly recommend this game.
Ashen.
Yeah.
Dude, the art style is pleasant too. It's so
Does
nice.
look good.
Yeah, when you go out, there's like a checkpoint before that city.
Yeah.
I remember just warping
Yeah.
to it, and the way they just like have the shot, the composition set up,
Mhm.
where you see this temple in the background
Yeah.
with this light just beaming onto it, and you're on these dark mountains.
Mhm.
You're like, shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you
I'm-
mean
I'm-
like
I'm
when
going
you,
there.
when
You're
you
like,
just
I
come
want to go
around-
over there. That looks too bright.
But you have to go.
Because
you know that.
it's just after the canyon, right, where you're behind. You're in this canyon
Yes,
and
exactly.
it's super dark.
Yep.
And then you just come around this corner and just you're seeing light for the first time again in
And
a
you're like,
while, and it's
My
like,
eyes hurt.
yeah,
back into
yeah,
the
and it's
canyon.
like all shiny. There's god rays going on this
Yeah.
like temple thing, and you're like, oh my god, what is that? And you're slow. Every area is like getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
very very cool.
Cool.
You found any secrets?
Secrets.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what to do with those areas, like with the caves when you
Yeah.
complete them.
Yeah.
I went through that one I was telling you about the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the end, and there's was it a beam of light in a pool of blood or something?
Yeah.
Looked like a shrine or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
There was this room, and you're like in this huge cavern. You just run down this pathway, and then you just see these like obelisks, just in this organized fashion. In the middle, there's a red light beaming from the roof
Huh.
into a pool of blood. I was like,
I didn't see that.
what do I do with
Whoa.
this?
Okay.
And then I was like, I need to jump in this blood
Yeah.
pool.
Yeah.
And then it just said I was drowning, and I was like, nah.
I'm gonna let
Yeah,
this happen.
that seems
See
like
what
the right
happens.
thing.
Yeah.
Down in a pool of blood.
And then I just walked back to town, and I was like,
Huh.
all right, I guess
Wasn't
I
there?
guess I've just that'll be a mystery.
Weird.
You didn't try looking up a guide?
No, I'm gonna save that till when I finish
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
There was a. Did you find the cave in the area with the big whale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the
there's
one.
a cave in there, and you got to use the spears to like warp around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I got to the end of that, and there was just sort of nothing.
Huh. Was it a room with red light?
There
and
was
a
no
blood
red
pool?
light even.
Okay.
There was just like there was some bones, and I think I got like, I think I got an item, but nothing like fancy.
Did you look up a guide?
No.
What do you guys think about looking up guides?
I think it takes away the discovery.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair.
I really don't like it. And like, I've been playing for the last like couple of years, Divinity 2 with friends.
Yeah.
And they wanted to. Well, one of the guys basically looked up a guide to figure out like where to go and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, that really bummed me out because I was
Mm.
like, it's more fun to just
To discover it on your
to
own.
discover it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of being like, okay, I've figured out our path, and it's going to be we go here first, then here, then
Right.
here, then here.
Yeah.
And that it just takes away the discovery. But some people they just like the completionness of it. Like
Yeah.
they don't care about discovery.
They don't want to miss out on it.
Yeah, they don't want to miss out on
Yeah.
anything, and so I think that's fine. Really.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sort of with Blake, but if I want to complete a thing and I'm just really stuck,
Mm.
Mhm.
I will consult a guide. But with this Ashen example, I'm gonna save it till I've completed the game.
Sure.
I'm just gonna keep my playthrough as pure as it can be.
I did look up something online during Ashen because in that area with the big whale,
Mm.
you can't progress until you beat the boss in the dungeon.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was like getting burned out in that dungeon.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go somewhere else, and then I just like wandered around. I was like, I'm trying to continue the path because I still had quests that were like beyond
Right. Okay.
the like that area.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like figure out how to get there, and I was like really confused, and like something's going on, like, and I went all the way up to the whale and like talked to someone up there, and like I was like, what do I do? Like I don't get it. And so I looked up, and I saw people like using spears to like warp around, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I tried it, it didn't work, and I was like, all right, it's gonna have to be beat this boss to progress. And I think that's the one time I've been like a little bit annoyed with the game.
Right.
Because up until then, you can just, if somewhere is too hard, you can just go somewhere else. Like in the first boss, you can just wander around even into the second area, I think, without even like fighting that first boss.
Yeah.
And then you can come back to it.
That's funny because I just stuck to those areas until I could go out.
Oh, yeah.
So when I got to that point, I sort of knew I had to complete that in order to get past it.
I kind of, that was what I was sort of like thinking, but I was like, oh, come on, there's got to be, because I've got quests to go beyond there.
Yeah.
So why would it give me quests to go beyond there?
Yeah,
if it's like you gotta do this one quest first to progress.
Yeah. Well, that was cool because like when you unlock that ability and then you see those monks, you're like, oh shit.
And they're all over like the first zones as well. So you're like,
the whole
where
map.
can I? Yeah, the whole map. You can be like, where can I get to? Like this is crazy.
Yeah, so
I have no idea what you're talking
So there
about.
are these little like shrines that are like guys sort of sitting cross-legged with like a glowing sort of orb thing in front of them.
We'll call them monks because that's what you called them
like
earlier.
Monks. Yeah, sure. And so if you throw a spear at one, you'll be teleported to it.
Oh, cool.
And it doesn't have to be a special spear or anything. It can just be any spear. But you see these right from the start just scattered all over the place, and they just look like, I don't know,
detail or whatever.
Cool idle things. Then they glow and stuff. So you're like, oh yeah, it's kind of cool. And then once you get that ability, you're like, holy shit! You go back to those other areas and you can access like different parts
Lots of secret stuff.
Yeah, lots of secret stuff. And there's there's that cave in that second area that you get to. That has one of those ghost girls that attacks you. Yeah. So you go in there and you get to a point where the cave just opens out and just drops off to an abyss, and you see all these glowing monks everywhere.
Holy crap!
And
I haven't been there.
I got there like before I had that ability, and I was like, how do I do this? Because I could see items like in the distance. I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get there. I was climbing up on ledges trying to like sort of jump over things. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And then when I got that ability, I was like, I know where I'm going.
Are spears a limited resource?
Well, I mean,
you can craft them.
You can craft them. Like you can get better spears. You can use them as just like standard weapons.
Right.
So you get ones. Yeah, you can get ones that do damage that like have like electric, like stunning,
like
stuff.
special stuff.
Yeah,
basically.
like special stuff. But you can.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yeah. But like I have a whole bunch that are the most basic wooden spear just for like
just for
teleporting
traveling
around.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spend like 1,000.
Yeah, I'm not using my good spears.
I'm guessing that's the
warp around.
intent. I'm guessing that's very much the intent to keep the normal spears relevant.
Yeah, but the normal spears also do damage, so you can snipe people with it and stuff.
Right.
Like it's all usable.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's great, especially just for kiting people.
Talking about kiting people and doing things from a distance. What did we play yesterday?
Oh, yeah, trying to snipe people.
That's right.
Oh boy,
we all three of us. I think this might have been the first time we've ever played a game together.
Together, yeah.
Yeah.
We all played Firewatch that one time.
Yes, but we've never all played a co-op game, and in fact, I don't even know that we've ever played a competitive game against each other. Like you never. Played
you and me, Nick, have played Stellaris together.
We played Stellaris,
Yeah.
but Saveun was never part of that. But
Yeah.
we played Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've heard about this game. It was only
just
like major news about a month ago.
Yep. So this is a hot take.
Yeah.
moment.
So was that your first time you'd ever played?
Yeah, I played the tutorial before that, and then like I said on the podcast that I started it, and then it loaded me into a team, and I was like, I don't like this. And then,
Man.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd played it too.
yeah.
I had to do this tutorial immediately before
Yep.
playing with you guys, and that was an experience.
The tutorial?
No, the game.
Oh yeah.
So, turns out we're bad. Turns out we're very, very bad.
The best we did, we got we were the 5th team out of 20, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. To be fair, we didn't see anybody for the entire time,
Yeah, and then when we did,
and then
we died.
we died very quickly when we
Yeah.
did.
But that was so. That was fun. I really enjoyed it. And
It was fun.
there was a few times where like we had some awesome like we died quickly, but we had some awesome firefights. Like there was one time we landed. We were in a building. We were in a building. We were running around looking for weapons. You guys, I think, were fighting at another team. I was just sprinting around this big warehouse on the opposite side trying to find weapons. You guys both died, and then I like started shooting from a distance.
Yes.
Snuck my way up there, grabbed Saveun's like
The
flag.
beacon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw a guy, started shooting at him, and then I died.
Yep.
But even though I died, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I got to observe you. You actually got some good hits in there.
Yeah.
Still died.
This is my thing with shooters is that I feel like I shoot people a lot, but then they shoot me once and I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the headshots? Is there headshots in Apex?
There are.
Yeah, I think.
And then I'm pretty sure that's why helmets exist.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna need to practice.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna need to communicate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, communication is key for these
Yeah.
games. Like the pinging thing is good, but
Mm.
it's not as you need some instant
Yeah,
feedback.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need some headsets. That's all.
Yeah.
Is that a
I'll
game?
bring my headset.
Is that a game you would Twitch? Would you Twitch?
Would we all want to do it?
No, absolutely not.
No?
I mean, I would.
Would you be on the team
Be on the team while
Yeah.
while you were twitching.
But you don't want the
I don't want to
webcam on
stream.
you.
No, God no.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Oh,
submit
good.
viewers to that.
That might be cool.
Nah, like I don't think anyone wants to see people.
It's a very popular
dying
game
very
on
quickly.
Twitch. If you want to see the worst players, I mean, people like watching the best players.
Yep.
Do you want to watch the worst players of Apex Legends? We're at the opposite end of the
Yeah.
spectrum.
We were so bad that I was judging my performance not on kills but on damage.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing that I could do.
Frequently was 0.
Yeah, it was quite often 0.
I would say the majority of the time.
I think the
for
most
all of us, it was 0.
I think the most damage I got was like 100 and something, 140 something.
there was a
the
match
most
where I
damage
broke
got.
200, still didn't get any kills.
See, I don't like
Good stuff.
you just blast the enemy. There was a match early on where I thought I got a kill, but it was just like some hologram thing. And then the guy who owned the hologram was behind me and just shot
man.
me.
The animations of that game are fantastic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love the character design.
How about that? How about that slide?
The slide seems fine.
It's got the best slide of any
Yeah, I like
shooter
that.
I've ever seen.
I like how mobile you are in that.
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they've got to be using some of the tech they've pulled from or they've created for Titanfall.
Yeah, for sure.
Those games were all about mobility.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I do like that you can climb up walls and stuff. That's really cool. It felt good to play. I'm just real bad at it.
Man, Blake had a horrible diving technique. Did you
Oh
did you
my
ever figure
God.
it out?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that you could.
getting so frustrated.
I didn't know because so when you jump.
When you're a jump master.
Yeah, when you can just you just glide just normally because this is what it is in like Fortnite. I don't think there is there's not a speed that your speed in Fortnite is based on like your sort of angle of descent
Okay.
and not actually like.
I
you
don't know
pressing
that
a
that's
button.
true either.
I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think there's like a boost.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is,
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why other like players around us were like hooning off.
Yeah,
And I was just like, how come these guys are going so fast? And I thought it was like the angle. So I was like, maybe if I like angle down or something.
Yeah.
And,
It's funny the position. If anyone wants to know, it's that one where you're kind of all spread out and you're kind of trying to catch all the windows. But that was Blake's stance for a while.
I didn't know that you could
It was
change
the
it.
Basically-
slowest full speed.
I had no idea.
He would say when Blake was the jump master for multiple games. He would say on the I don't know what the vehicle
Yeah.
that you're launched from
Mhm.
for maybe 30 seconds. Everyone else has
think-
already launched,
Yeah.
and then he would launch to a place almost directly below.
Yeah, to
and
get
then
there.
fall at the natural speed.
I didn't
And
know
then
that this was a thing.
You would see other teams whizzing past us to the same
Exactly,
location,
and I was like,
you would
maybe
not
it's-
adjust course.
No, that's why I was like, well, maybe it's the angle. So I was like trying to angle straight down to be like, maybe if we'll fall faster.
And I said to
And
Blake,
then there was one where I think Nick, because you can break away from the pack, Nick broke away and hooned off, and I was like, okay, how are you doing this?
you know why I did that? Because you weren't doing it. I said to him, you can use WASD to change your speed.
Oh, only-
He said, I figured that out. I tried every other button.
Yeah,
I was like,
I tried
why did you
every
start with
single
WASD? Why would you not start with the
Because
two
you're
buttons
already
that control
you
movement?
press forward to go faster. You're already going.
You're
You're already moving. So I thought like,
did you hear what
I
you
thought it
just
would-
said?
I thought
You
it would
pressed
be like
forward to
shift.
go.
I thought it would be like you hold shift or something because shift is like sprint.
Oh man. Anyway, we figured it out.
I do like what I really like though is that you have that jump master thing because in Fortnite everyone just jumps separately
Mhm.
and then people can end up way off if they've not like angled their jump right or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
so it's cool that you just jump as a
Coordinated.
team, yeah. And I like that when you're not. I like not being the jump master because I can just like chill out for
Yeah.
like 30 seconds or something and not have to worry about anything.
I
Mhm.
quite like being the jump master.
Yeah,
Same
um,
here.
Well, man, there was one time. So Vern's a pretty good jump master, except one time. Okay, so there's like this warehouse thing, the warehouse that we fought in.
Hey, that was
You made a beeline for
that
it.
was a misstep, man.
Oh yeah,
He
Well,
made a
it's-
beeline for the warehouse. Let me paint a picture with my words
Yep.
here. So he's rushing ahead, but not really rushing because two other squads at least, maybe even three, were also going towards the same warehouse. And this is one where you can enter through the roof.
Hmm. There are
And-
2 entries and exits.
Yeah,
On the roof.
and we could see two other squads going to the exact same location.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, he'll probably adjust course. He doesn't adjust course.
I did, but but
Just to
then it
catch
was
up
too
with
late.
them.
But it was too late.
So we see two other teams land before us,
Yep.
and he still tries to go through the roof. Except I should have broken away. I didn't, and as a result, I got split from the rest of the group and landed on the
I was on the roof
on the
too.
roof. There's no items,
Yeah.
and I see that there another I think a third team or fourth team has also landed on the roof, and so there's like a robot running next to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I try punching him? Should I not? I'm rushing towards items. I think Blake immediately dies, or maybe it was Saveun immediately dies. Oh, it was bad.
Yeah, there was. I think that
I was
one was
just
when I lasted like 40 seconds.
I was just thinking, surely when you see other teams going for the same
Yeah.
spot, you go, you
in-
redecide.
In Fortnite, we always decided to jump in places that usually didn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah. That to me seems like the
yeah, but
smart
like
move.
I mean, I don't know what areas are most
No,
popular in
that's fair.
Apex. Yeah,
But when you see people going to those areas, you
Yeah.
can you can pretty much take an
Yeah.
educated guess. There's going to be people there.
But you can sometimes beat them and get
Yeah.
weapons before them.
You can
Yep.
when they aren't ahead of you already.
Sometimes.
I don't think that's true. I don't think you can beat someone who's already on the ground.
You can. Sometimes they'll be like by
It's
Just
true. If someone goes
stealing
AFK after they land,
I've seen it.
yeah,
oh, shit.
then sure you can get there first.
But
Also, in
that's-
our second game, so we played a first game, died very quickly.
Mm.
Second game, Saveun, who at least I was following because he's the only one who's played the game before, disconnects.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's just Blake and I.
Yeah,
We both immediately die, of course.
because I was just following Saveun as well for most of it because I was like, this guy knows what's going
Yeah.
on. And you're pinging places, being like, I'm going to check out over here, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this guy knows what's up.
Uh,
Carry us, Saveun.
and then he immediately goes away.
Yeah,
Hey man, I got the only kill
yeah, you did.
in
Yeah,
that
out
hour and a
of-
half
out of-
long game session.
This is our level of talent. Like 15 games, 1 kill
Yeah.
out of between the three of us.
we were playing like that was like an hour and a half, I think. That we were
Yeah.
playing. We got 1 kill.
It's teamwork.
we-
guys.
We got there was one time
Not
because
good.
I like that it shows what is it like the champion team or something that's like the top
Yeah.
ranked or whatever for that.
Yeah.
I really like that. Like it.
It showed you at one point.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it showed us.
Yeah,
What?
Our entire team.
yeah.
When
It was like the
Why?
first
Was
or
it
second-
like-
First game,
was
I
there
think.
like two teams in, and we
I-
just happened to be.
I raised a lot of questions for me. I'll tell you what.
I did not see that.
It's like, I
Yeah.
don't know how this works
But there was,
anymore.
and then there was one where we landed early. Well, this was one where we all died like real quick.
Yep.
But I saw that I got killed by the top guy, so I was like, oh, I feel okay about that.
Yeah.
What chance did I really have?
Yeah, I got killed by that. I think I know
Yeah.
exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because he killed me too.
Yeah.
Um,
He probably just team wiped all of us. And we're like,
Yep.
well, they're the top for a reason.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Matchmaking is quick enough that dying doesn't feel that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. I like because Fortnite has a has like a what's it like a
got a
buffing
lobby.
zone. Yeah, like a lobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you all just are like in this lobby for like 2 minutes before matches,
Mhm.
and that really drags it out, I think. And you're just there. You're not even. I mean, you can shoot stuff. You can't kill anything.
Mm.
You're just hanging out, waiting, and I guess.
Right.
dancing
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is just
actually
like straight in.
so I've been playing. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last podcast, but I've been playing a bit of Tetris 99.
I think you did. Yeah.
I caught a bit of that. I caught a guy playing it on Twitch.
It's super fun, first of all, because it's
Mhm.
Tetris.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing how quickly they get you into a match
Hmm.
at all hours of the day as well. Like I'm playing at like midnight or whatever, and
Yeah.
it takes me like 10 seconds to get into a match.
That's cool.
It's really good. And Apex was about. It felt a little bit like that.
Hmm.
I also quite like how quick character selection
Yeah.
happens. You
Yeah.
really only get like 5 seconds, but you really should have.
Yeah.
There's not that many choices. You probably know what you're going to pick,
Yeah.
and
I
it just blows through.
I
your
thought it was a
teammates.
little weird that you have 2 character selections basically.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I see
you
what
load
you're
in,
saying.
you load into the game and then you can choose your like before you've even selected ready for match. You
Yeah.
can pick your hero.
I think that's so you can play with cosmetics and stuff. Like you can goof around with all the
Okay.
cosmetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not character selection.
Yeah, I thought that was character selection. I was like, I'm gonna pick this guy.
Yep.
I can see why you would think that. And in
Yeah,
fact,
because that's like what every other game does.
it seems a bit strange to me that it doesn't like. If you're in a team with 3 people
Mm,
and you're playing with those 3 people over and over and over again,
yeah.
you should be able to just lock into your character on that menu. That's
Yeah,
one thing
yeah.
that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like if you should be able to pre-choose
Mm,
because
yeah.
it's pretty likely that you're going to stick with the same character selections for every match
Mm.
until you don't, in which case you can just change it in the lobby.
Yeah. Yeah, see that's what I wondered if you just don't select a character,
Mm-hmm.
does it just does it do a random or does it select the one that you've already selected
It's
in
a good question.
in the lobby?
I don't
I didn't want to risk it.
know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I only played 2 characters though. I like the robot
Mhm.
in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try the robot. I played 2 characters as well. The medic, what Lifeline, I think
Yep.
is her name.
I think someone healed me in one of those ones where we died in like a minute.
Yeah, buddy.
I got rezzed and then someone plugged
That
me
was me.
into a healing thing. Yeah,
was
it was
me.
good. And then we got
And then-
murdered.
I had 3 bullets and I wasted them all.
Yep.
And our opponents had many more bullets, and they
Yeah.
did not waste them.
That's something that I was slightly annoyed at, but kind of got used to. Was that it seems like when you first pick up a gun,
Mm.
it doesn't have many rounds.
Yeah, you got to pick up the ammo that's usually next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you. Yeah, I died, so I was just
Yeah.
spectating through Blake's camera, and I saw him pick up like a shotgun, and then he just picked up like light ammunition.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Which
know.
is
I'm
not
just picking up.
shotgun.
I was just going around for almost all those matches until like near the end when I was like actually like figuring stuff out.
Mm.
I was just running through picking up everything.
Yeah.
I was just going.
That was
pick,
my initial instinct as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It took me a while to figure out, first of all, that you've got limited inventory slots besides number of weapon slots.
Mhm.
Like, you've got 2 weapon slots, sure, that's fine. But then on top of that, you've got limited inventory slots, and
Mm.
ammo takes up those inventory slots.
Yep.
And then on top of that, like, mods for your weapons take up slots,
Mhm.
and even unless they are actually attached to the weapon. So you pick up a lot of mods that for weapons that you're not using, and they just take
Yeah.
up space.
Yeah.
Um,
See, that's why I was like unsure when I saw a bunch of mods and they might be like purple. I'm like, these are good. Do I pick them
Mm.
up? I don't know if they're like
compatible.
compatible.
It actually
you know?
says there's a little thing that says like compatible with X weapons or
Okay.
or whatever it is that you've got.
Yeah.
But yeah, that maybe it's just because we both suck and are new.
Well, yeah,
but
we were.
it feels like that signaling
Yeah.
could be improved.
Yeah. But like by the end, I was more onto it with like picking up ammo and stuff, and I knew what type of ammo my my gun was,
Mhm.
and
It's all color coded.
yeah, it's all color coded, which is great.
Except that there's also colors for rarities.
Yeah,
And so you have to know like what colors are rarities and what colors are just like the base colors of the ammo.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it was cool.
But pretty fun.
Yeah, we should definitely play again.
I'm sure we will.
I reckon it would be cool if we did stream it.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Yep,
keen.
it'll be embarrassing
yeah.
for sure. But hey, we're used to that.
Yep.
We've all heard the intros and outros of this podcast.
Oh, yep.
Um,
Yep.
So if you've been playing Apex Legends, you should email us some tips.
Yep. Yeah. Email some
Oh,
pro tips.
Tell us how to get a
What
kill.
was the?
I would
there
like to know how to do that.
There was a point where I was complaining about my aim being so bad, and Nick's like, "You should just try shooting people."
Yeah. Well, no, you said I keep missing,
Yeah, I was like,
and I said you should try hitting them.
"That's right." Because I'll
Hey.
shoot all around the target.
Yeah, you should try shooting the target.
Yeah, that's
You should aim at the target instead.
an awesome tip.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Hey, you know what? You probably got damage in the next round.
Yeah,
There you go.
taking your advice.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a pro tip.
Thanks.
Aim at the target,
Yep, not around.
not around it.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's not Space Invaders where you have to like aim where they're going.
There are yeah.
Oh,
There are some guns that have wild like recoil. Did
Mods
you-
change all that, right?
I had
Yeah.
I had one particular gun that I absolutely ended up hating because it had a delayed trigger. Because I like to just like
was it an energy weapon?
yeah
Okay. Yeah, that's got a wind up.
yeah it's got a wind up. And then it like when it shoots, my character's like bucked up into the air from the recoil. I was like, this is
Blake
horrible.
is using hand actions. You can't see it. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. He's like tipping himself backwards and letting his arms flail.
Yeah, it was real bad. And I was shooting at someone in a corridor who was running straight at me, and I just hit the roof most of the time. It
There
was
is-
so bad.
I don't know what gun it was. And hey, email frenzyquestions@gmail.com if you know what gun this was, so I never pick it up again. But it looked like a shotgun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So I
I
thought
was saying it was a Mozambique.
he reckons it was a Mozambique.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was big. It looked like a shotgun.
Yep.
And you had just died, Blake, in a room where there was two other guys.
Oh yeah.
And so I went charging in, thinking, got this
You got 'em.
shotgun.
You got a shotty.
They're in a room. It's close range.
Mm.
I can hit these guys.
Yep.
Let's do this. I charge in. I shoot, and it goes, bing! A single bullet
Oh no.
fires out, and like it goes like up, like it goes nowhere near them. Like the spray on that thing was so crazy. I was like, what the?
Oh my god.
This was actually one of the biggest problems I had with that game. So I don't know the game very well,
Yep.
which means I don't know how the guns behave.
Yeah, yeah.
And I assume, and maybe this isn't the trick case, but I assume shooting a gun is going to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Like if there are people nearby and you just start shooting to try out the gun.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. I didn't want to just like start shooting.
Right. But I definitely
Test it.
need to start doing that.
Yeah, I think that's
Because
what
I
I need
don't
to do
know
as
how
well.
these guns behave.
The training level.
Yeah.
Do it there.
You mean the one that I had to leave really early on because
Did
guys
you have
wanted...
to?
Yeah, you invited me to the party.
Ah, yeah, right. I guess you.
So there
you
was
had
a
no time.
timer, and I was like, okay, I guess
In your
we're
free
playing.
time, though.
Yeah, I might have to download it again and start playing at home.
I said it before, but I really love the slide. I love a slide in a first-person shooter, but
Mm.
this is the greatest slide ever.
Well, yeah, dude. Titanfall had wall running. Like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of
That's
people
really
are
good.
missing wall running.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That feels like it could be a class specific thing.
Wall running?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Like that
yeah.
they could just make a class whose whole thing is mobility in that sense.
Mhm.
A ninja.
There is a guy like that. Actually, the latest guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Apex Legends.
He's got a launch
I
pad.
will take my royalties. You can just tweet my royalties at FrontSeatCast. Tweet the royalty check. Just nobody on
Yeah,
Twitter steal it. Thank you.
It's photocopy that.
No,
Scan it
I'll
and
need the
just-
original, but tweet it to me.
Yep, yep.
We're almost out of time. I'm going to read out a suggestion here. This is from Thristian, which is an interesting name. Thristian99, probably a YouTube comment.
Yep.
Talking about idle game suggestions, have you played Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms? Or how about Kitten Game by Bloodriser? I have played neither. Maybe I'll check them out. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms sounds pretty cool. Kitten's Game.
Could be like cats.
Kitten's Game honestly does not appeal to me until I see that it's by Bloodriser. Like Kitten's Game by Bloodriser.
But there's
Yeah,
a game.
okay.
There's
I'm
a
into it.
game that you were playing that's just called Cats.
Oh yeah, I was
Right.
playing a game
And
called.
that's-
Well, to be fair, it was CATS. It was an acronym.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So is that? But what do you call it? CATS.
Yeah, clearly I call
Okay,
it.
fine. Okay, never mind then. Forget it.
I call it Crash, whatever Turbo, whatever it was.
Yep.
No, it Turbo Stars was it? Anyway. Yeah, no, fair point. But that game was pretty good. Although I stopped playing it and I was like, I don't ever want to play it again. I think I realized that it had a similar sort of upgrade ladder as like some other games where you, games like even Clash Royale, you could rise through the ranks, but your rate of rising was gated partially by your skill and partially by the levels of your cards.
Yeah.
And that game had a similar thing going on where the levels of your parts
Yep.
would gate how quickly you could rise through the ranks, and I found that kind of obnoxious.
You played Clash for a long time, right?
I did. Well, yeah, like 6 months maybe.
That's a long time for a mobile game.
Yeah,
Normally, like every 2 weeks, you've been playing a new mobile game.
yeah, because most mobile games suck.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, you got 2 new ones to check out.
Yes, I'm gonna probably try both of these. I've been playing a game called Idle Ninja Prime, which is pretty fun.
Oh man.
I think maybe I mentioned this last time. Actually, there's parts of it that remind me of Path of Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skills that you get come from gems
Hmm.
and are augmented by gems.
Hmm.
Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
Final Fantasy VII, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. You guys got anything left?
I did some streaming.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
some twitching
Blake
the other
Twitch.
day. Yep. It was all right.
You had 4 views?
I had 4, and
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
I had 4,
Uh-huh.
and Chris H was one of them. So
Yeah, so 3.
And I guess listeners might know Chris H. He's been on the podcast. He
Yep.
did a lot of work on the Xbox version.
That's right.
Yeah. But it was cool. I was apparently really laggy. Like I had my settings up, my output settings too high, and so it was lagging for, well, everyone.
Great.
But I got some good advice from people in the chat, which was good.
Oh, you want to share some of that advice?
Just lower your bitrate.
Oh.
And that's the out of time alarm. If
Did
you
that come through?
Yeah, it's in. You can hear it.
Okay.
Great. It's perfect. It's actually we are pretty much out of time. So if you want to
Just wait.
No.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. If you want to like get in contact with us, talk about ExileCon coming up, or tell us more idle games to play, or tell Blake about his bitrate, or
Yep.
tell Saveun how to carry us in Apex Legends. Facebook.com/FrontSeatCast is a great way to contact us. We often get and reply to messages on there. FrontSeatGamer.wordpress.com is our WordPress site. There are ways to leave comments there. My dad does that sometimes. You can see his comments on there. I invite you to see his comments on there. YouTube.com/FrontSeatCast.
He's a cool guy.
Dude, Nick, you are dead.
Oh, please, go on.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy.
Thank you.
Will he be at ExileCon?
I doubt it.
Ah,
He doesn't work for us.
Man.
no, but he's a fan.
Okay, yeah, sure. He made it to Act 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's further than I have.
Yes,
He
I
still
imagine.
does not know how the support gem system works.
That's
I can
great.
tell because I went
Yep.
and looked at his character. It was not good.
There was
Love you, Dad.
one point during the podcast he called up to ask you about Path of Exile. I think he was in the middle of playing it.
Yeah, that sounds about
Yeah,
all right.
that was great. He's a cool guy.
YouTube.com/FrontSeatCast, that's our YouTube page. Twitch.tv/FrontSeatCast is where Blake's bitrate is too high.
Yep.
And you can also find us on Spotify, iTunes. You can rate us, tell your friends. You know the drill. We'll be back. Actually, we'll be back probably next week.
Yes, we will next week.
We are doing Lunch Eat Flavor 2.0.
The Chico's edition.
The Chico's edition.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Chico's
And what-
expansion.
What's
back.
so great about Chico's? Why are we
It's-
going here instead of?
It's close to my home.
Okay, cool.
No, it's actually the food. I think the food's really good.
Yep.
It's reasonably priced for the quality of the food,
Okay.
and it is close to my home.
So it's not the crazy fine dining restaurant that
It
we
is
went to last
It
time.
is not. It is not the French Cafe.
It's
No.
not one of those.
It's and in fact, I would say that the food is not as good as the French Cafe, but it is like a quarter of the price, maybe
Oh, wow.
less.
Do they have a breadcrumber device that they use to clear off the
They
breadcrumbs?
they do not. In fact,
I looked up the name of that.
what
What's
is
it
it?
called?
It's just called a crummer.
You're a crummer.
You're a crummer.
Sounds
What?
crummy.
Yeah, it's very crummy.
The last time was it the last time I was there, or one of the time, one
A
of the
lot.
3 times I've been there.
Yeah.
I think it was in fact maybe for our anniversary.
Our
No,
front seat
no.
cast anniversary.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh.
Forget about
You
that. It
went
wasn't that.
without us.
What did you do for that?
I celebrated, obviously, by myself. No, we were there, and there was a wasp on the windowsill that was just dying.
Whoa.
It wasn't dead; it was dying.
Was this at Chico's or French Cafe?
Chico's.
Okay.
So I just watched a wasp die while I drink.
Cruel.
It
A sugary
felt,
drink.
It felt very twisted.
Yeah.
Did you Do they have hot dogs at Chico's?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Ruth?
Have you talked about your disappointing hot
Oh.
dog on the podcast?
Well,
I don't think we have.
we'll save that for lunch
For
eat
the food,
flavor.
yeah.
Okay.
Which we'll be back for.
That could be a whole segment of like disappointing food that Saveun's had.
Okay, we'll
It
do
would
we'll do a
that-
whole
that would be the
episode.
only one.
We'll dedicate an entire episode to how strange Savern's taste in food is.
Just listen to that French Cafe episode again.
Exactly. We'll be back. Love you. Bye.
Damn, I played Zelda.
When?
Link to the Past.
Oh, go away with that.
Ooh.
First of all, that game is great.
Yo.
Second of all,
That's not this.
that's not the Zelda
What?
they're talking about. You
Yeah.
know that. They're talking about Link's
Ma-
Awakening.
Majora's Mask you're talking about.
Is that what he's talking about?
No, he's talking about Breath of the Wild. We're done here.
You're not gonna answer. You're not gonna answer that question. You're just gonna leave that there.
That'll be next time. I mean, we
Lunch, eat.
All right. We'll answer that.
during lunch eat flavor.
We'll answer that question on the next episode.